What's up, guys? Standard Gauge Railroad here. Welcome to Q&A number 3. Our first questions come from Train Gamer 15. Here we go. You will be 16 this year, correct? Yes, August 30th. Have you been in the capital of the Winchester and Western Loco? Yes, twice, in 2 locomotives. My first cab ride was when Bruce was driving at the time, and I was riding in 520 down to Cedarville, and 445 was facing north at the time. That was the northbound locomotive behind 520. And then my other cab ride was with Tim around the yard, and I got the chance to be in full 45. How old were you when you first liked trains? Oh, jeez. I think somewhere like 3, 5 years old, somewhere around there. Do you collect any railroad equipment such as bells, lights, etc.? Not that kind of equipment. But I do collect, um, like model scale railroads, something like that. Because I have O scale and HO scale trains. Alright, how do you plan on catching up to me with subscribers? I have no clue. Do you ever see Foreign Power on Winchester and Western? Don't know, actually. Think about it. Oh, shoot, I skipped the question. How do you know when a Winchester and Western train is going to run with specific engines, for example, 475? That's going to be a little tricky because okay. If you were going to find out, like, let's say if 475 is not running and 517 is, well, the only way you're going to see if if a different locomotive is going to be running is that you have to see the southbound train in order to find out. Because once you see the southbound train, you'll easily find out if there's going to be a different locomotive running. Okay. Do you use a scanner? If yes, then this may be the answer for number 5. No. That's not the answer for number 5. I just said it a second ago. Alright. Last one. That you have met, do you have any friends who like Railfan? Besides you, Train Gamer 15, no, because I mean, if you're talking about like around my area, no. But like say Train Gamer 15, Jackson Lansing Railroad, somewhere around there, and a couple other guys, yeah, you guys would be my friends. But if you're talking about, like I said, if you're talking around if you're talking about like my area, no. And Alka Flower, your questions are answered too because you wanted to know the same thing that Train Gamer 15 wanted to know. But Alka Flower, just so you know, you have to ask next time. Because if you do this again, your questions are not going to be answered. Okay, and my next set of questions comes from Jackson and Lansing Railroad. He asked 7 questions. Here they are. How long have you lived near the Winchester and Western? Oh, Lord. Since I was 3. About, let's see. about 13 years. Alright, how many locomotives does Winchester and Western have? That could be a two-part question, because if you're talking about the New Jersey branch, they have 9 locomotives. But if you're talking about the New Jersey branch and the Virginia branch, I don't know. Because I've never encountered any locomotives on the Virginia branch, because I've never been to Virginia to see Winchester and Western. And a couple of locomotives from the Winchester and Western here in the New Jersey branch are in Virginia right now, such as 459, 752. That engine's going to be coming back. I think that's it. Just 459 and 762. Okay. Have you seen all the Winchester and Western locomotives? Same thing. Yes, I've seen all the Winchester and Western locomotives here in the New Jersey branch, just not in the Virginia branch. Do you have any model trains? I just said that earlier. Yes, I have model trains. I have 2 O-scale trains and several HO scale trains. I'm a big HO guy. Have you ever seen a steam locomotive personally? Yes. At Strasburg, Western Maryland. That's it. As far as I know, I've seen steam locomotives personally at Strasburg and Western Maryland. How far have you traveled? That could either be by car or by train, or something like that. But by car, I think yeah, by car, I think I went down to Florida. By train, same thing. I think that's it. Do you rail fan at that location? It could be any location. You know, it could be like any railroad, any location, something like that. But if you're talking Winchester and Western, I can rail fan it anywhere, just as long as it's in biking distance. But if you're talking about like if I go elsewhere, like let's say New Jersey Transit or somewhere in there, I only rail fan in Hamilton. So there's your answers to those questions. Alrighty guys, that'll be it for my Q&A video. Thank you so much for watching. More rail fanning coming up next week. And I guess I'll see you then. Peace out.